Greetings, Lion Warriors. I'm Scornful Exaltation, and I'll be casting the matches from Group D of the Beginners Tournament organized by Barracuda. If you're not interested in pick phase, use the marked chapters to jump straight to the action. Today's match is Game 2 between Shermenator in blue and Goomba in red. So, spoiler alert, Shermenator did win Game 1. He was able to overpower his opponent with, quite frankly, just superior macro. Got his production up really quick and was able to secure a pretty big unit advantage on the field that he never relinquished. Now, today's match is on an island map. As you can see, these can be very tricky. Navy is very energy intensive. It's very expensive as well, and it can be very hard to get that balance between energy and Navy and ground units, and making sure you have everything you need so that the game doesn't snowball out of control. We see both players go for the southwestern island, which has quite a bit of economy on it. So we see Shermenator's going to start here. Worth noting, he'll only have 5 land territories. He could take the 6th territory as well. Water territory will give him full economy, but he won't have an infantry unit with that. We see Goomba starting here. This is probably the best starting location. Worth noting, there is also a trade route here. These guys have gotten through pick phase very quick, so we're not going to have a whole lot of map analysis, and with these two so close together, there's a chance that we won't actually need it either. Looks like much of the match is going to take place right here. And look, they start right next to each other. This does favor Shermenator, even though he's down a squad. Notice he didn't opt for that 6th territory, so he's going to have 200 extra capital for production. Goes immediately into 4 barracks, 2 factories. This is a very good split between those two. And this favors Shermenator because all of his starting infantry is closer together. Goomba has a couple of squads up here, and his starting units were just a little bit more spread out. He's also down 1 barracks of production. There it goes. So now even production, but the timing of this means that he's a little bit behind tempo-wise, and bringing all of his units to the front. Now, if Goomba is able to get these eco sites up, if he's able to squeeze out 150 for a farm, maybe just be a little conservative with his units, he could very easily outgrow Shermenator. Shermenator doesn't have that much expansion potential here, and he also doesn't have eco sites in his territory. So if Goomba is able to preserve his units and get these farms up, he will be able to outproduce Shermenator. Goomba, being aggressive though, wants to take out these barracks, throws down multiple target commands. This might work against him. Throwing down this many target commands, so all of these infantry are going to go straight into these. Target commands override basically everything. And this is going to bring them right into the middle of all of Shermenator's units. Also, throwing down this many target commands really dilutes their firepower. So they're going to spread out damage on all these targets and not likely to kill any of them. And you can see Shermenator already with a pretty massive army advantage here. And not even on capture move, just big 5-lane attack moves from Shermenator. And yeah, with that failed attack, I'm really worried about Goomba. There's not a lot of margin for error here. Also notice he's throwing down a dot command. He wants to get this refinery. But he also has, it's just the default command, so he's got artillery responding to that command as well. Yeah, I think a bit over-aggressive by Goomba, and this counter push is going to be very, very strong. His Goomba, those red units did not trade very well because they were trying to get to the, they were just trying to get to the barracks. And look, Shermenator doing the right thing up here. Since most of his focus, or most of, yeah, the focus of his forces is in the south, he's just trying to be efficient with his northern units. Gonna force Goomba to go around. Either go around or take a bad trade. Yeah, there you go. Get that blue line up. Shermenator gets up to this red entrenchment before the red units were able to fully dig in. And yeah, this is just a huge army. Shermenator can go for a target command of his own, but only going to go for one target. And these are really small economies. Look, Shermenator in the red pretty heavily. He just doesn't have the economy to pay for all the upkeep of these units and to continue production. But he's got a pretty sizable core of artillery. Goomba's at plus 30, 360 to 310, so a little bit more for Goomba. But again, with these really small economies, losing a 220 capital barracks is going to be extremely painful. Very hard to replace. Goomba does immediately replace it, but he puts it in the north. So his main base will continue to be under threat. And yeah, I think this one might be over already. It will be very, very tough for Goomba to wear down this. It'd be near miraculous for Goomba to wear down this artillery count. Yep, Shermenator continues to push through, now targeting down a factory. Excuse me. With only one artillery to defend against six infantry. Shermenator even going to disband the entrenchment up here and target down Goomba's newest factory. And Goomba just doesn't have the units. Goomba's gonna, he tried to get up this little barracks in the mountains, but even with the stealth bonus, that's not, there are too many blue units on the field to get away with that. And if you lose all of your structures, like, that is a way to lose the game. So Goomba only having 2 structures left is it's a very bad spot. Adds another barracks. And he puts it in the mountains once again. I don't necessarily like this. In this kind of situation, like, I think you would need the units as quickly as possible. So, and you're not really going to get there's really no chance that it's going to go undetected. So, like, you might as well put it in the open, get those units as quickly as possible. This was a quick one, and this is kind of how these really close spawn positions go is like they're very snowbally, and it's very quick, just a rush game basically. So now we're basically just waiting for Goomba to either GG or lose these two barracks. I mean, he is on 500 capital, so he could continue to throw stuff down. Airport is... that is a choice. I get it, there's not any air defense here. Commandos. Very expensive, they take a long time to build, so this commando not likely to finish. Is he trying to commando drop and just get off the island? I think that may have been the thought process there, but that was a quick one. Just a... yeah, it's just a... get your units up as quickly, get the producers up as quickly as possible and send it. Goomba got too aggressive early on, lost a big chunk of army and just wasn't able to recover, so a quick 2-0 for Shermenator, and that's all for this one.